Hello and welcome to episode 19 of The Empire of Man. I'm Icon and we're gonna be slowly expanding our little empire here today. It's a pretty difficult situation right now. We got a lot of migrational pull available and it's really tempting me to expand brainlessly and endlessly, but I clearly see that this would be a very, very foolish thing to do. And the last episode we've set up smithies, and we have now a tool and weapon production on our own, but there's still a lot of things to do. One thing that totally strikes my eye is that we're really running low on paper. So, where the hell is my paper production actually? Here's the paper maker. So we're gonna be just doing the same thing a second time. There we go. Because no paper is not good for us. I really hope that the food situation is okay. I did massive upgrades in the last episode, and hopefully they kick the necessary increase that we need. On top of that, I feel like I really need to keep an eye on the crypts. Like, don't let them don't let them go full before we have built a new one. We've already seen that this incites revolution. Well. Let's copy one of those crypts right away. Just do that before it turns into a problem. I do like the idea that we're starting to develop a little bit of a necropolis back here. So, well, another one. But then, well, I think 4 of these are okay. But after that, I want to have a redesign and make it look a little bit more specific, a little bit less same. Okay, now, Quarry did produce 425 units of stone last year. Fairly a low number. But at the same time, I really want to be careful with expansions here. So, let's authorize another 10 people here. Carefully. So, maximum load of the stone mine now. Hell yeah. That's big, that's a big step forward. So, we're gonna be upgrading the ore mine a bit too. And while we're talking, also the coal mine a bit. There we go. Hopefully, it'll be enough. Alright, stone for the paper makers, almost done. That's good. And we're gonna be authorizing a handful more. There we go. Gotta have those workers too, you know. And it's about time to expand our woodcutter again. And we're now at the final expansion into this dimension. Actually, max size reached. Oh, okay. Now that's some news I haven't known of. Okay, so that means we're just gonna be... Wait a sec, did I just... Alright. So, don't tell me that I can't copy this. Okay, for some odd reason, I can't copy the woodcutter. If I only knew why. Very interesting. Okay, what that means, this place is now as good as it gets, you know. Alright, so let's put up a new woodcutter's place. And we're gonna put it up right there. Let's see. Okay, so 30 on 55. I had no clue that this game actually features a maximum size. But, I mean, it does make sense somehow. Alright. Spam those efficiency buildings. Okay, well, this'll take a terrible long amount of time, so let's see, suspend this job, please. There we go. Just ordered my dudes to wait until they built that, because we got other projects that are more important right now. So the paper maker's finished, and wasn't there another thing I was building? Nope. Okay, so we got, hopefully now, more than enough paper available. Okay, so we can now activate that job, I guess. Oh, the crypt, of course. I knew I've forgotten something. Oh, dang. But it's okay, because this place and that place, they're both not really pressing matters, you know? It's not that important right now. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna be not picking up any further immigrants right now, because I'm a little bit scared to do so. Now, the Weaver is on auto-employ. Yeah, we upgraded our cotton production big time on the last episode. Looks like we don't have enough odd jobbers right now. Okay, so we need a bit of an expansion. But it's totally okay, because all in all, I got big buffers of food. And even if we should not produce enough food, we definitely will get along there for a year or two. So I'm not too worried here. Okay. So, seeing things as they are, I'm going to start exporting furniture as well, because we can afford to. The carpenter shop here is producing 134 units of carpentry or furniture per year, and that's just really more than we need. So, we're gonna build up an export depot here, and gonna be happy exporters of furniture henceforth. Pretty good thing. I mean, this is really something we weren't able to do in the past. Certainly like that. In some near future time, we might be even able to export, lo and behold, metal. But I'm not sure. I think I'm rather upgrading it before I'm giving it away for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. So, stone production is really not where I need it. Like, seriously. It's not going good enough. Which is kind of crazy, because this place is running on an extremely high workload, but at the same time, my building projects are never done in the time frame that I'd desire. Well, then we're just gonna be clearing some rock here. Boom. You know, luckily there's rock lying around on the floor. Okay. And with enough odd jobbers, it's really no biggie to get that stuff collected and used. I don't know, it feels like a very unnecessary blockade of my progression here, you know. Alrighty, so with that fresh influx of materials, I want to do one thing. So let's open up the ore density deposits here. So this thing here doesn't use all the juicy deposits, so we're going to expand it a bit. I want to have these deposits there as well. And here. So efficiency dropped a bit, So we need to increase that with auxiliaries. A 16% auxiliary is totally fine. Oh, we can't put it inside. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. It's a small expansion, but a very, very necessary one. 45 odd jobbers all of a sudden. So the woodcutter here will be on 0 employees for now. I just build it up already as a thing in preparation, you know. We're also going to build another woodcutter in that zone, and then hopefully this will be enough for the city. We'll see about that. Okay, the export station's done, so let's export 50%, only when we're above 892 items. That's gonna take a while, but it's okay. So let's see, the stone mine now has room for way more than people than before, but I'm not gonna push them right now. Not my plan. So let's see, pop-up. Okay. Officially, we still produced 400 items more than we needed. I feel like this readout is really pretty vague, but it's still the best we can do. People who are trapped and cut off from the throne. Oh, crappy crap. So what happened here is a little bit of a rare occurrence, but okay, here we go. This should help. This poor subject will be freed any moment. Could be digging yourself, lazy bum. Okay, we finished 17 rooms again. My goodness. Alrighty. So battle gear is at 16. That means my fighters now are finally at their gear limit, I might say so. Okay, now we got a consumption of, we got 3 employees. Well, now I'm wondering how we're gonna work with those smithies. Do I want to go for more than that right now or not? I think I'm gonna hold it back for now. Oh, we got 5 slaves. Yeah, well, let's free them. This will bother us a couple of people, but, you know, let them be bothered. So, let's copy one of these flat houses here. I hope the crypt's already done too. It is. Wonderful. Now, what I definitely see here is that my coal is slowly dwindling. I mean, I'm not too surprised about that. We kept investing and investing. Now, this place shall receive a bathhouse too, because I think also not only the rich people deserve their bathhouses, but also the poor. And the artisans, of course, as well. So we don't manage to get our grain production down. Oh, I love it. That means I have successfully upgraded my grain production there to a level where I'm starting to be happy with it. Because, you know, I love to authorize extra immigrants when their only purpose is to increase my food income. That's a really good point. If you are reaching that point, you're at a good spot. Now, there's another thing, though, that I want to do now, and I'll do it immediately. Authorize 15 people more, and increase our fighting force by 15 people more. It is practically a joke, but it's still better than nothing. We're getting closer to the 500 people here, so that's also pretty exciting, if you ask me. Alright, so 20 odd jobbers should do the trick quite quickly. Ooh, my money is lowered. So, let's see. There's no exports inbound, though. Oh, sad. That means all the fish and the mushrooms are already eaten. Well, at least all the future production of furniture and fabrics will be all exported. It's given me a good feeling, because that means we're definitely gonna be using our overproduction here. Same goes for the metal. I'm absolutely willing to export some of that metal in the nigh future. So let's make this 40 again, and I'd say the rest's just fine. Alright, so let's wait out how the situation plays out for now. Migrational pull is still sick, so that's pretty good. We seem to have enough burial spots there, and you know what? Yes, I want to delete the cemetery. Why? Because you guys don't even use it anymore. Now, don't give me that look. You all prefer crypts over graveyards. Let's see if that works. I really want to know if that bothers people. I mean, the burial services aren't lowered, as a matter of fact, but... well, right now they're bothered by desecration, as I see. But I'll give it a long run. I want to know whether or not the graveyards are actually necessary, because I don't think they are. The burial desire of my populace is fulfilled. They'd like to have more places to do their they'd like to have more temples and such, but that's practically all. So the Temple of Krator could be larger, or we could also just build another one. How about that? I really dig that idea. So let's put up another temple over here. I really think that's a good idea. So but it looks like, well, let's see. So it's 8.35 of 11.5. So that means 5 points come from there, and another 5 points came from there. So yes, we do need a graveyard, even though nobody is using it. Now that's something weird for me. Okay, but good thing that I checked it up, so you don't have to. So if you ever think your graveyard is completely unnecessary, you're wrong. It is necessary, even though nobody's using it. What a joke. But whatever, we're just gonna be putting up a respectful graveyard here. That tree bothers me, though. If we're putting down trees like that, then it has to be like this. Some sort of symmetry is important for me. Don't ask me why. So I'm willing to raise most of that and transform it into the artisans' quarters too, because obviously we seem to need that. So yeah, seriously, people are freaking unhappy because they don't have access to a graveyard they don't use. Well, I hope that gets fixed in the future, because that feels pretty buggy to me. Don't know how you guys see that, but I call that nonsense. But whatever, games sometimes have that. I'm actually quite happy that I tried it out before it turned into a real problem there. So, let's see. Bathhouses are totally not enough. The canteen is a big coal eater. We're gonna put up a canteen there. As costly as it might be. This is the artisan's quarter after all, so Let's see, does the canteen spread noise, actually? Oh, no. No, it doesn't seem like it does spread noise. So noise is only spread by work stuff. Okay, beautiful. So we can put down that canteen right next to our flat block. And let's pick up the bathhouse as well. And smack that down right next there. Yeah. Service block. And let's see, I'm gonna grab myself some stone from the map, you know. Sooner or later, we'll have to clear the map anyways, so it's fine. Alright, so far it seems like my food production is still absolutely on par with our consumption. But I mean, I'm whipping up bakeries like crazy here, so I'm not too surprised about that. Although my dear friends, they really need a lot of coal. So let's provide a lot of coal. Another thing that crosses my mind is let's allow them to use tools in here. I really got no clue how the tools are supposed to work, but I'd guess, if I'd take any guess, I'd say it's 1 tool per worker. So we're now needing 50 tools to make the coal mine work more effectively. So we're slowly starting to get into a increased tool level. That's pretty neat. And I'm heavily overproducing metal. Well, heavily. Get the idea, though. What I want to do out of that is simple. I want to put up another smithy, but a bigger one. Because I don't like the production of these pitiful things there. So we're gonna be... I gotta be careful there. So this area here shouldn't be filled with workshops, because this would bother the tenants over there. But we should definitely be able to whip up a decent smithy like that. Boom. This looking good. Alright. So I'll build that smithy out of wood or out of stone. Let's build stone. Smithies out of wood sound like a crazy shitty idea. Get there. So 10 employees in here. Let's do this. With the option of an expansion later. I dig that. It's okay. So this is gonna be a pretty costly one, but it's also gonna pay off heavily. Like, we got all the necessary stuff we need. Oh, let's pick up 20 people. That's okay. We can do this. We got all the necessary stuff to keep that thing rolling. So let's do this. You know, we're pretty close to 500 people here, citizens, I wanted to say, which is pretty cool. Like, we don't have enough sacrifices though. So we're also we should also import livestock to some degree. It's the hardest part, if you ask me. But luckily, the temples of Krator are usable even without. It's just that the priests are less effective and all. Alrighty. So, well, we're needing a lot of coal now. Alright, missing metal. So you guys are producing battle gear now, and you guys are producing tools now. I wanted to swap that. 12 people working here now. It's a pretty big workload, but I want to lower it. I want battle gear produced in larger amounts. I want to have an army, and later on, maybe we'll even be exporting it. I don't know, but something like that is ought to happen. So I got more ore than I'm processing. Lovely. So all in all, let's just pick up enough people there. And we have, for the first time, 500 people in here, and that's a new title. So Chieftain Bob of the Empire of Man. So we have now administrations. Ooh, administrations. Can I do this here, or... Let's see. Yeah, so administration. That's the first time I get to play with that. Each workstation can roughly produce 5 admin points. So administration points are necessary to influence the world, you know. So we're here, for example, we're living in the Sturgnady area, and with those with admin points, I really got no clue what we can do there. But I don't know, infrastructure improves living conditions for all and thus increase maximum carrying capacity of the region. So you can basically add in bonuses for the region you're living in, if I understand that correctly. And since my my town is in the outskirts of Sturgnady, I should be able to do this. So taxes. What about that? I guess that blue bar tells me how much of that stuff is actually being produced, and if we could demand taxes, obviously. Well, that's going to be a totally totally own topic. Let's see, what does administration cost? Well, only stuff we can muster easily by now. All right, nice. So, well, 500 people in the town also mean that there will be more hunger. Of course. The first things that I want to achieve by now are I want to get the grain production down. Okay, so let's see. There's more and more bakeries racking up here. So I'm gonna be going over here with my road and over there. And I want to build up a bigger bakery. It was for me okay to have these little bakers' workshops here down the road, but now let's build a real thing. So what about that? So something like this. Big bad workstations and all. Alrighty, so the ovens aren't reachable because of the pillars again. Oh, crap. Well, well. So, this thing will provide room for 20 bakers. Let's hope I'll get enough auxiliaries in here to convince people that this thing is working out, you know. So this thing won't have any room for further expansions once it's done. But I really, really don't care about that, honestly. So... ah, here goes a little bit more. Oh, man. So, okay. 20 people. There we go. So that's gonna be a pretty rough thing to build, but definitely not gonna be using it completely there. And also, let's stop the auto-employment and let's put up 4 workers up here for now. I don't want to have such a heavy drain on my metal production the entire time. The weapons production should be something I'm monitoring and configuring manually. Okay, we got really many workers here in town, and I think this is a wonderful moment to take a little bit of a break, because I think we did a great job here in getting this town more effective, but at the same time I feel like there's a lot of potential for mayhem right now in the air, so yeah. I'll probably just relax a bit and come back with a fresh mindset on the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're really getting somewhere. 500 people feels really like a ton. Believe me, it really feels like a lot. And it's, well, it's as far as I've ever came, and it's feeling great. So drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily content coming up from my side. So, have a good one. See you soon. Bye-bye.